Listen carefully. This is not just a story. It is a warning passed from elders to children, from ancestors to the living, long before cities rose and roads were paved. Our people lived by rules that were never written, yet never broken. One of those rules was simple. Never look down between your legs in a marketplace. Not out of curiosity, not out of defiance, not even by mistake. Because the marketplace is not only a place of buying and selling, it is a place where worlds cross. In the ancient kingdom of Umuela, the market was the heart of the land. At sunrise, women arrived, with baskets of yams and vegetables balanced effortlessly on their heads. Men spread cloths of palm oil, cola nuts, and iron tools. Children laughed, chasing one another between wooden stools. But before a single sale was made, the elders poured libation onto the earth. They spoke softly to the ground. They knew what lay beneath. The elders taught that the market stood on sacred land, a thin veil between the world of humans and the world of spirits. That was why no one whistled at noon. That was why no one argued loudly. And that was why everyone kept their eyes forward. Because to look down between your legs was to turn your sight upside down, to see what walks beneath the human world. There lived a young man named Obina. He was strong, clever, and proud. Obina laughed at ancient warnings. He believed fear was for the weak and traditions were for the old. Spirit, se. If they exist, let them show themselves. The elders shook their heads whenever he spoke like that. But Obina did not listen. One market day, the sun climbed directly above the land. And when the sun reached its highest point, the market changed. The wind stopped. Birds fell silent. Even the goats stopped bleating. People felt it instantly. A heaviness in the air. Traders lowered their voices. Some quietly packed their goods. Obina stood in the center of the market, smiling. Then he heard it. A whisper. Not from behind him. Not from beside him. But from below. A voice that did not sound human. Look. Obina's heart began to race. Every warning he had ever heard echoed in his mind. But pride is louder than wisdom. Slowly, deliberately, Obina spread his legs, and he looked down. The marketplace disappeared. Where there were people, there were shadows. Where there were stalls, there were moving shapes. The ground beneath him was alive, breathing, pulsing, whispering. Creatures walked backward. Some had human legs but animal heads. Others floated without feet, their faces twisted upside down. They were buying. They were selling. Juste like humain. At the center stood something taller than all the rest. Its body was wrapped in darkness. Its face hidden behind an ancient mask. This was Ikoniua, the one who walks between worlds. Its voice did not enter Obina's ears. It entered his bones. You have chosen to see, it said, and what is seen can never be unseen. Obina screamed, and the moment he lifted his head, the world snapped back. The market returned. People stared at him, but Obina was no longer the same. From that day on, Obina could not tell who was human. In the market, people smiled. He avoided eye contact. He spoke to empty spaces. At night, the market came to him in dreams. But in those dreams, he could not lift his head. He was forced to look. Forced aussi. Within weeks, Obina disappeared. Some say he walked into the forest, following voices only he could hear. Others say that even now, when the market grows quiet at noon, when the wind suddenly dies, that Obina, still trapped between worlds. And that is why our elders warn us. The marketplace is not ordinary ground. It is a meeting place of the living, the dead, and those who were never human. To look down between your legs is to reverse your sight. To open your eyes to truths the human mind cannot carry. Not all knowledge is meant to be known. Not all doors are meant to be opened. So when you walk through a marketplace and feel watched, do not look down. Folklore. Respect the unseen. Because some rules are not meant to be questioned. They are meant to keep you alive.